Nah, but why was the auto cut song Mystic Brew? And I just posted about like um people talking about dating great tier loot, and I'm sitting here like, I'm sorry, I just can't do it. I need legendary or better, bro. I'm looking for a mythic right now. And that Mythic Brew is like, that's the tea. This is part two. We got the 8 of Wands and we have the 7 of Wands. So it's kind of like, the more you move forward and defend what it is you've been working on, defend your growth. Yeah, defend your growth big time. Look at the 9 of Coins with the 4 of Cups. It's kind of like anyone that wants to talk about you elevating, anyone that wants to talk about your money, talk about where you're going in life, it's kind of like, why are y'all even talking? Because it's not your life, and guys, this is being for real. People will speak on your life or speak over your life. The whole thing is, it's not their life to live, it's your life. And if someone starts talking about your life and saying where you can and where you can't go, now you gotta one up them and prove them wrong. And now you gotta double down on the life that you're about to build, or the life you are building, the life you have built. Some of y'all already built this life. Some of y'all already doubled down. I feel like some people already got some of that. They got some of that action of why are you growing? Like, who says that? But it is what it is. What is this card though? King of Pentacles, King of Coins, Earth energy, y'all. So look, this is about, it's really about just growing your legacy. It's really that. So why do we talk about outwitting the, oh, look at the Empress. Self-love, self-care is the best. What are you talking about? And then we got the Page of Swords. I feel like with this kind of energy, oh, all right, High Priestess, 9 of Swords, King of Wands, Page of Swords. So look, as you grow, as you elevate, collective, as you do this, people are peeping it, and you got some suitors in here that are thinking about that thing. Look at the Knight of Cups. They thinking about that thing, right? And the thing is, as you grow, right? And this is gender fluid. This does not have to be a specific man or woman. Although Empress energy, divine feminine on board automatically for me. And then I see a King of Wands. So we got Leo energy over here just in the cut watching. And then we also got High Priestess, which is a Pisces. Maybe you got some High Priestesses watching you too. I don't know. And High Priestess energy, let me clarify this. And this is something I'm learning about my inner High Priestess energy. High Priestess energy feels, flows, and knows, right? She knows because she's allowed herself to flow and identify what her feels are, what she feels like, what her feelings mean. And guys, I have this, and I think I'm gonna put it in this video too. I'm gonna put the emotional wheel where you can kind of identify what emotion you're going through and what side of the wheel that it lands on, right? When we talk about personal development, and I think this is why like this message is coming out, exploring the realms of femininity also means exploring the realms of naming your emotions and finding peace within any unsettling emotions, right? Because the whole thing with maturity, the whole thing with growing, the whole thing with elevating and really standing in that light is to understand your emotions for different situations so that you can make level-minded decisions that are aligned with you having regulated nervous system and regulated emotions, period, right? So I feel like with this kind of energy that you've been building on and growing on, I feel like some of y'all already there. You're already doing it. But I also understand that this looks like four of coins, 2 of swords. Seems like if we're looking at as the collective energy as well, you have learned what loss is. You've also learned what gain is. And through the I want to say teeter tatter, the back and forth, through that kind of cycle, or more so I wouldn't even say cycle. It's kind of like it's just the ebb and flow. That's what it is. It's a ebb and flow. Through the ebb and flow of growth and growing your career, growing yourself, growing your endeavors, growing your relationships, you've recognized what works and what doesn't work. Or you need to recognize what works and what doesn't work, right? And with things that don't work, they have to be cut off. Because at the end of the day, you want things to work out in your favor. In order to have things work out in your favor, what do you have to do? You got to go to the things that work out. Like, if it don't work out, you can't have that in your life because it's just not working out. It's going to make your life not work out the way you want it. You know, and I'm putting it in those simple terms because Page of Swords here. This is just what we have to do. We got to keep it real short, simple. I don't want to go too deep with this because I also recognize that with the depth comes a whole other side of ourselves, which is Empress energy, which is divine feminine energy, and just femininity, period. And I think that's the major lesson here with this fire horse here, guys. I'm saying, though, it's about respecting the fire that feminine energy has, respecting the passion that feminine energy has. And feminine energy isn't only subject to human women. Just saying. It's subject to everything. And when I say everything, I really mean everything. I mean Mother Nature. I mean the moon. I mean the stars, right? The sun, that's masculine energy. We're going to get into that another time. But unless that comes out, unless I have to speak on that, we'll see. But feminine energy, period, is feeling, flowing, and birthing. 5 of Coins with the Fool. Who is this on their knees groveling? Let me stop, because y'all got someone here ready to take a leap of faith. Oh my goodness, look at the devil in the star. You got to heal that. That got to go. That devil got to go. Outwitting the devil, guys. How are we going to outwit this devil? Let's talk about it, because this feels like it's starting to like narrow into a specific Ace of Staffs, Knight of Swords. One second. Outwitting the devil means taking action, passionate action, decisive action towards your goals, right? I have the 8 of Pentacles at the bottom. It's really being decisive about what it is you want. And the thing is, this thing probably feels like something that has been gnawing at you for months, years, since you were a kid at this point, right? This is something you grew up with feeling like there was something that was always coming at you, right? And this isn't feeling like it's in like a malicious way. Although, however, if it was, you know, I'm sorry that you've experienced that, yo. Sometimes, like, especially with certain communities and how kids grow up and are raised and treated, we're seeing that all over. We're seeing that like legitly all over, right? It gets to a point where survival mode had turned into the normality type of situation. But the thing is, it's not normal to live in fear. It's not normal to live to survive and always worry. It's not normal. It's not normal to be attacked. It is not normal to be disrespected. It is not normal to just not be happy and not have fun. You should be cared for. I don't know who needed to hear that. Here we go. I'm just saying, though. Outwitting the devil means 4 of Wands, 7 of Wands, 4 of Cups, 9 of Coins. See, this tells me, this is reaffirming growing up in certain situations, outwitting the devil. The devil's been targeting the chosen one, targeting the ones who are precious, extremely precious, and have such a major role in their family, a major role in life. They're called, and they have to answer that call. I'm gonna do a part 3.